What's happening, people? A couple videos back, I asked you guys to fill in the blanks. If I had blank, I would name it blank. And this guy says if I had Toyota technology, I would name it shut the hell up and leave us alone. And this guy says if I had a joke, I would name it my life. That is probably why you're watching this video. Alright guys, so this is a team deathmatch on Havana using the mp5K. And I want to get it right out the way. This is not some ridiculous score of me absolutely raping in a chopper gun or raining down on people for two reasons. Simply because I'm low into my prestige level right now. This is kind of an earlier game. And second, that the YouTube standard of upload-worthy games has kind of been set so high that I think it's kind of hard for anyone to get gameplays that are, absolutely ridiculous now. But I'm not going to post garbage to you guys, obviously. I think this was a pretty entertaining game, and it's mostly gun on gun, and me using my mp5K and whatever magical stuff I pick up off the ground. A couple times the subject has come up that I am from Bulgaria, and a lot of guys were wondering on the subject, so I wanted to talk to you guys about that, and talk to you guys about other things as well. I don't know how else to phrase that. So yes, I am from Bulgaria. Like I said, it's a country in Middle Eastern Europe, and a lot of guys are wondering, do I still live there? How do I have no accent? And I don't still live there. I was born and raised there. All my family is from there. Both of my parents, my grandparents, and I lived there until I was 10, until my dad got a certain job in Seattle. And he moved up there for a couple months. He was sending us money and trying to kind of see where the job is going to take him, and it eventually led to Florida. And he decided that it was better for us. He decided that we wanted to start a new life and try to build our lives over here. And 10-year-old me, my brother, and my mom packed our bags and moved to the United States of America. And we took this really, really long flight. It was a flight from Bulgaria to Amsterdam, where we stayed for a day, 24 hours. We visited like the house of Anne Frank, and it was actually my first time being out of the country, and it was awesome. But then we took a longer flight, which is, I think we were flying with Virgin Atlantic, and they're the big shot now, the big shot flying across the seas company. But back then they weren't so great, and on top of that there was a kind of the pilot of the plane that I was flying was, I guess, was still in training, and he landed the plane, but he landed it very poorly, so I regurgitated. It was not a fun time. But yeah, I'm not gonna say where exactly I live in Florida, but yeah. So we landed over here, and I'm 10 years old and I don't really know what's happening. I'm tired from the flight, and I'm kind of taking this like a vacation, like my time out. And I'll always go back. I always get to see my friends. It wasn't really like that. Like, we're completely moving. We're leaving everything behind. The first couple of years, we've been here for 6, almost 7 years. I'm almost 17 right now, so I didn't really think it was as serious as it actually is. My dad's job kind of picked up, and everything got rolling. Up to this day, we're still living here in the same exact spot. We do visit back, and I do still speak the language. I think it's good to remember your roots and to remember your family. I go back and I still keep in touch with all my friends from there. It was a very fun time. It was difficult for me to adapt. Like I said, I wanted to go back after a while. The language was actually the hardest part for me, because I barely knew any English when I came here, and I kind of picked it up from school, from television, and from stuff like that. And eventually I kind of lost my accent as well. And not meaning to brag or anything, but I still hold the record in my elementary school for getting out of the ESOL program the earliest out of anybody in that school, which is, the ESOL program is basically a program where they teach you how to speak English, which is pretty strange. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like to, leave me down in the comments section a fill in the blank. I would rather see blank than blank. So, for example, I would rather see a fat woman having sex with a horse than my own mother naked. Alright, where did this commentary turn to? Anyway though, so if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys later.